Add garlic to these 3 ingredients. Shocking remedy for high blood pressure in seniors. That's the exact title you clicked on, and you made the right choice. Because for years, most people have believed that managing high blood pressure naturally is simply about eating healthy or exercising regularly. But here's the subtle and dangerously overlooked truth. Even if you're doing all that right, your blood pressure might still remain elevated because there's one common vegetable you're likely using the wrong way, and without pairing it correctly, its full blood pressure lowering potential is never activated. Doctors and wellness experts often highlight garlic for its cardiovascular benefits, but under certain overlooked conditions, even raw garlic becomes surprisingly ineffective. Especially for seniors, the body's internal response to natural compounds changes, and what works for younger adults often fails or produces weaker results. So, what if combining garlic with 3 powerful natural ingredients, each scientifically studied for their heart-regulating compounds, could unlock a radically more effective, medication-free way to manage hypertension? That's exactly what this video uncovers. This isn't just another generic garlic remedy video. Because today, we're revealing the little-known garlic-based synergy that's not only effective, but designed specifically for older adults whose circulatory systems respond differently than younger individuals. You'll not only discover what this synergy is, but why it works better than taking garlic alone, and how this could improve your vascular flexibility, support arterial health, and help restore better blood pressure control, without relying entirely on pharmaceuticals. But here's where it gets even more compelling. As more research is being conducted on natural remedies for seniors, some experts now argue there are hidden combinations, natural ingredient pairings backed by clinical trials, that are so effective they've been quietly studied by institutions like the National Institute of Health. These combinations may even outperform early-stage pharmaceutical interventions, yet are barely talked about. Here's the catch. If any part of your routine includes garlic or blood pressure supplements, there's a strong chance you're unknowingly limiting your results. Because unless this garlic-based combination is taken in a very specific way, most people see minimal or no benefit. There's a critical synergy at play here, and unless it's understood, seniors risk missing out on one of the most potent blood pressure-reducing tactics hiding in plain sight. But don't worry, we'll share the workaround later in this video to help you use it effectively without disrupting your routine or medications. And just when you think that's all, there's an even more surprising insight. Recent findings from a nutrition journal reveal that this same natural remedy, when consumed at the wrong time of day, can lose up to 70% of its effectiveness. Timing could make or break your results, and yet, almost nobody talks about this timing window. That insight alone could redefine how you approach natural blood pressure support. So, stay with us till the end, not just to find out the full synergy, but to make sure you don't accidentally sabotage its effectiveness. Every second of this video counts, especially if you or someone you love is trying to avoid long-term medication dependence. Now, before we dive deeper, please support our mission by liking this video, commenting below where you're watching from, and subscribing for reliable, evidence-based health guidance designed specifically for adults and seniors. Your small action helps us reach more people who truly need this knowledge, and it keeps us motivated to continue creating content like this. Let's begin. Your curiosity about this natural combination is not just valid, it's essential. But before we get to the full remedy, you'll need to understand a few critical layers that will make everything we reveal later far more impactful. Consider this the foundation, the part where things start to click. Now, here's where things begin to unfold. This garlic-based remedy is especially potent for seniors. Because as we age, our blood vessels lose elasticity, our nitric oxide production drops, and our sensitivity to certain compounds changes. Garlic, when properly activated, contains allicin and other compounds that target this exact dysfunction. But here's the problem. Raw garlic, on its own, often doesn't deliver the therapeutic results many expect. That's because it requires activation through a specific combination to unleash its full potential. Let's talk about how this works. When garlic is combined with certain acids, enzymes, and antioxidant compounds found in nature, it enhances vasodilation, reduces arterial stiffness, and improves endothelial function. These interactions aren't theoretical. They're backed by clinical studies from institutions like the American Heart Association. Next, how does this compare to traditional medication? Many seniors report comparable effects to early-stage blood pressure drugs, but without side effects like dizziness, fatigue, or electrolyte imbalances. It's not about replacing prescriptions, but empowering informed decisions under medical supervision. Also, most people wonder, why doesn't raw garlic alone do the job? Well, this is because the allicin content degrades quickly, and without an acidic medium or enzymatic companion, absorption and bioactivity suffer. You must know how to combine it right, or risk wasting its potential. If this is already making sense to you, drop a 100 in the comments. If it doesn't resonate, type 0 and why. We value both sides. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on upcoming health tips tailored to your needs. Now let's move into the real heart of the matter, where we begin revealing how to actually build this potent remedy and the timing that determines its true effectiveness. Number 3 on our list is apple cider vinegar. For many older adults struggling with erratic blood pressure levels, the gradual stiffening of arteries often goes unnoticed until complications surface. In a study published in the Journal of Functional Foods, researchers found that acetic acid, the primary active compound in apple cider vinegar, can play a regulatory role in blood pressure by directly influencing renin activity, a hormone responsible for constricting or relaxing blood vessels. What adds another layer of concern is that seniors with insulin resistance often experience a spike in blood pressure due to impaired metabolic flexibility, and apple cider vinegar appears to mediate both conditions simultaneously. When paired with garlic, this synergy intensifies. The natural allicin in garlic works to reduce inflammation in the arterial walls, while the acetic acid helps vessels respond more efficiently to changes in pressure. This dual-action effect makes the combination exceptionally valuable for seniors. What most people fail to consider is that arterial stiffness doesn't always manifest with clear symptoms. Instead, it creeps in quietly, particularly in individuals with long-standing dietary imbalances or elevated insulin. By combining apple cider vinegar and garlic, seniors can subtly improve vascular elasticity, reduce insulin spikes, and support smoother circulation. However, those on potassium-sparing diuretics or medications that affect kidney function should speak with their physician before making this a daily habit. One practical tip: a tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar mixed with crushed garlic in a glass of warm water, consumed before meals, may help regulate both post-meal glucose spikes and blood pressure over time. Number 2 on our list is raw honey. Without warning, elevated cortisol levels can trigger sudden increases in blood pressure, especially in seniors dealing with chronic stress or sleep disruptions. In a 2021 study from the Journal of Medicinal Food, raw honey was found to reduce cortisol markers and stabilize blood pressure readings in older adults over an 8-week period. But the real power emerges when honey is paired with garlic. Both ingredients act as vasodilators, widening blood vessels and enhancing oxygen delivery to tissues. Phenolic compounds in honey also work to reduce LDL cholesterol, easing the burden on aging arteries. While garlic tackles microbial imbalances and supports nitric oxide production, honey amplifies its cardiovascular effects by calming the nervous system, especially during early morning hours when blood pressure tends to spike. The surprising part is that most store-bought honey lacks the bioactive compounds needed for these benefits. Only raw, unfiltered honey retains the enzymatic and polyphenol-rich profile necessary for therapeutic use. This combination offers more than just symptom relief. It supports the foundational health of the cardiovascular system. Seniors struggling with poor circulation or nighttime pressure surges may benefit the most. A spoonful of raw honey mixed with freshly crushed garlic on an empty stomach can gradually lower blood pressure while improving overall heart function. However, diabetics or individuals on blood sugar medications should consult a healthcare provider before consistent use due to the natural sugars in honey. Number 1 on our list is lemon juice. One of the least suspected drivers of unstable blood pressure in seniors is the progressive loss of arterial flexibility, often caused by oxidative stress. A 2014 clinical trial from the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism demonstrated that older adults who consumed lemon juice daily experienced notable reductions in systolic pressure, largely due to the vitamin C and citric acid content that actively combat free radicals damaging blood vessel linings. But the true advantage emerges when lemon is paired with garlic. Both substances, rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, generate a compounded effect that supports endothelial function and encourages steady vasodilation. Many older adults, despite eating what seems like a healthy diet, may still lack the specific nutrients needed to preserve arterial health. Lemon juice provides the vitamin C essential for collagen production within blood vessels, while garlic promotes nitric oxide availability, together creating a smoother, more responsive circulatory environment. This makes the combination not only effective but preventative. Consistent intake can also help reduce arterial calcification, a hidden factor in persistent hypertension among seniors. One effective way to consume this is to squeeze half a lemon into a glass of warm water, add finely crushed garlic, and drink it early in the morning on an empty stomach. Those with gastrointestinal sensitivity should consider spacing this mixture at least an hour before or after meals to avoid discomfort. Best time to consume this natural synergistic remedy. For optimal results, seniors should take this garlic-based remedy 30 to 45 minutes before breakfast on an empty stomach, when blood pressure naturally spikes. This timing supports better absorption, improved vascular response, and more stable readings throughout the day. For those with acid sensitivity, early evening before dinner may be a gentler option. Daily consistency is key to achieving long-term cardiovascular benefits. Combining garlic with lemon, honey, or apple cider vinegar offers a powerful, natural way to support healthy blood pressure. Stay consistent, stay informed, and stay proactive.